Langford. Today is January the 6th, 2020. Abitoy sewe nungum. Wega janish nabe mwang. We want to welcome you to the Health and Wellness Program. Nungum. Igata jindamen Health and Wellness. We've got we've we've got some good news to share with you. Apjay, niminandamin. We have a set of snowshoes and we have a GoPro camera, and now we're ready to go snowshoeing and and the videotape all of the knowledge we want to capture as part of our health and wellness. Everything that a man and a woman does in the wilderness, hunting, fishing, and trapping. Today we have a guest on the program, one of our co-keepers, Miss Karen Kejick, kumanon gumay. Kanabach tabita question for an interview this afternoon. Jangi jinijamo an invitation to show up here at 3 o'clock online. And so, ni jogan niduk, dinema niduk. Have you ever gone ice fishing? Do you know the how to go about ice fishing? Everything it takes to go ice fishing. The from the auger to the finding the site where you're gonna do your ice fishing. That's what we're going to talk a little bit about today. And if you've just tuned in, I want to welcome you, Leeson. Thank you for tuning in once again, Nijogan. We have a interview lined up for you, and it's on ice fishing. And Miss Karen Kejick, one of our circle keepers. Some our work that helps with our policy development. We met yesterday. We talked for a little while, and she was telling me she went ice fishing, and there's a reason why she went ice fishing, and she made sure that she recorded her actually ice fishing there in the lake. And it's this notion that you can't have hunting rights if you don't hunt. Have you ever heard anyone say that to you? Well, how can you have hunting rights if you don't practice your hunting, if you don't practice your culture? How can we extend those rights to you if you don't practice them anyway? Well, I think that's what Miss Karen Kejick was saying, was demonstrating was, look, I have rights as an indigenous as an Anishinaabe Kwe. I have rights, Ikito. And the way she demonstrated it was by going out on the lake and using an auger, firing it up, and then digging into the ice, mikuming, and doing her own form of practicing her inherent right, the right to hunt and fish and trap for time immemorial. And so I want to show, Leeson, hang in there. I got something for you. This is one of our co-keepers demonstrating our voice, our time. This is what she's done to demonstrate just that. So I'm going to bring her into the picture, and then I'm going to remove this one here. And you can see that Miss Karen Kejick she's getting ready to dig into the earth with an auger, and she's already into the ice with an auger, and she's already, I don't know how far along the way is. I'm just going to open this video too with you. Forgive me, guys. It's my first time opening this video. So let's see what happened when you go ice fishing. Okay, I'm going to take myself
if you want.
Oh,
I do the same thing.
oh, here I go, here I go. And that's how it's done.
That's how it's done. That's Karen, Miss Karen Kejick, demonstrating her inherent right to hunt, fish, and trap. Miyagi non dedo damano. I wanted to bring life, breathe life into that video game. And so, Karen, Miss Karen Kejic, it's important for us to practice our culture. Even if we just demonstrate it in little videos or if we pass on those teachings to the next generation, that's what matters most, is to be able to transfer the knowledge you've been given either through oral history, through your grandmother, your grandfather, or any other member of your family, perhaps even your uncle or your aunt or your friends in the community. Anishinabek. The video we watched today, there is an Anishinabek practicing her inherent right to hunt, fish, and trap. We like seeing that kind of stuff. And that's what we're all about. You see, Karen was the first to step up when we asked her to deliver a clip. She delivered a clip too. And that's the call to action today. All day I've been asking for, and yesterday I've been asking for you as a call to action. Not a militant term by any means, but a marketing term, more of like a collaborative term. Uh, as a nation, Ninawint, here's what I'm asking you to do. I'm asking you to find out what you know in your area. Scour the area, lift up every stone, call every auntie and uncle and grandma and grandpa, and ask, what do you remember about anything oral history about 1871? Either before the making of treaty, at the time of treaty, or just the day after treaty. What do you remember? What is significant to teach to our future generations? Some of it we will teach, definitely. Some of it will eventually show up in our lodges, stuff that we crafted together that we want to share with our future generations. And so your call to action today, Leeson, is to find out about 1871 and then email that stuff. We've given you the email address once before, news@mtnlive.ca. I'm going to hit that and put that up on the screen here for a second. If you've got some knowledge to offer and share, bring it to news@mtnlive.ca. Your evidence, your oral history of what happened in 1871. All right, well, an abbreviated program. We're all about quality, not so much about quantity, but all about the quality of transference, of transferring knowledge and communicating to our audience. Listen, I got my GoPro now, so I can do interviews. Now I got my GoPro, and what else I got here? Oh my, I got snowshoes today, Nichagan. So I can go in the field or I can go in the bush and go and learn some of that, and even take a video of myself doing some agutuing. Nyanda agutu. Wobuzuk nyanda nyanda no chiag. I'm gonna go and see if I can hang snares and do a video. And I too am inspired by Miss Karen Kejic, and I would like to go snaring with my snowshoes and my snare wire and do a one-off tutorial. This is Corey Ralph Whitford snaring. And then it won't be in Riding Mountain National Park because you can't do that there. It has to be on Crown land somewhere where it's allowed, somewhere where where it's okay to do that, to practice your Your inherent right to hunt, fish, or trap. So today, that's what we dedicated our program to, is to showcase to you one aspect of our life, hunting, our right to hunt, fish, and trap. It's an inherent right given to us under natural law. Yijema nido yi mini wanan miya in that that's how we were designed to continue living, to continue flourishing. And that's what I wanted to share here today with you. And so, listen, miigwech ni Jogan. Any thoughts, any opinions, any feedback, send it direct right to my news at mtnlive.ca. And let me read your document, your article, your post first. Well, if COVID gets lost and they have the Muktuk Annie Festival at Manitoba House, I will send for the GoPro. Okay, now you're talking my language. It's a pleasure to work with you. Welcome aboard. All right, Lisa, we're doing another broadcast today, our final broadcast of the day. And then we'll continue again tomorrow at 8 a.m. Coffee with the Knowledge Keepers. This evening at 6 p.m., we've scheduled Circle Talks. Circle Talks is where our community, uh, our co-keepers of the seven circles, they come here. They do an interview with us and they provide updates. That's We're talking about people like Mr. Ron Missy Abbott, Mr. Alan Sutherland, even Mr. Boko Brakovich comes on here and does interviews too, and Miss Karen Kejick so far, and Mr. Ron Ray Musso, excuse me, Mr. Ray Masu, my cousin, and even Diana Murphy too does a lot of this type of stuff. Debate what kagi gidut ke win ke Anishinaabe mo ge ni cha Anishinaabe, the one who works at the government building in Dauphin, Manitoba. We have other people, resources that we're counting on for interviews, including the Elders Council. One at a time. It would be my honor to interview uh, Mr. Louis Malcolm. It would be an honor, and an honor to interview the entire cast of the Elders Council one on one. What happened at the time of treaty? What happened just before treaty and what happened after treaty? Inge go andan ondeke andan asemai ga ge data ni mameno. We'd use tobacco for that and invoke the protocol, Anishinaabe protocol of doing it in ceremony so that it's done right and with the blessing of Gijemanitu. And so, yeah, that's what I want to share with you today, Lisa. Even if it's just you for now, I have one person that stays with me all the time. Me, Wedge Leeson. And I'm reading your comment about boiled tea and making bannock. And oh, wow, that would be an awesome thing to do. And I would take up your offer if you would offer me to come to your territory on a Saturday or on a Sunday, Nijogan. It has to be on a weekend now because just there's so much activity happening in the daily life of a Corey Ralph Whitford. So yes, bye Nijagan. I'm looking forward to seeing you in person one of these days and boiling tea and making bannock on a fire. Barb Niepenak and Clarence Niepenak does that, and they used to do that at the Forks. They would set up their teepee and then they would make a fire inside the teepee and it was when and it was warm inside that teepee. You could just wear a t-shirt and just stand around, sit around in there. Well, you'd have to wear winter boots because the floor it's still snow and hard earth. So what am I saying here? I'm entertaining the notion of conducting interviews on the weekend to find, to search, to seek that knowledge. And if it takes coming out and making a fire and offering tobacco and sipping tea and eating bakwejigan with you, that's exactly what I intend to do. And so pick a date ni and if it's this Saturday or if it's this Sunday, I'm more than willing to participate. Again, time is of the essence. So I'm starting to book up my weekends and I'm offering that to you, Leeson. If you'll grab my offer, I'm offering it to you. Aho. Metago minik nunggo on. That's all I got to say here today. If you want to get in touch with me direct or with our Treaty 2, with our First Nations and Treaty 2 territory, our government building, mi mai nabikebe na moishnam, please email us at news@mtnlive.ca. All right, that's a wrap. I want to thank you for tuning in this afternoon. We've got one more at 6 p.m. And I think I'm going to go for a little walk here and freshen up my lungs and get some fresh air and go for a walk here. Feeling a little bit tired this afternoon, kind of sluggish. I actually just ate some roast beef, so this little guy had roast beef, and this one had none. Okay, I'm having too much fun. Uh, on a serious note, I'll see you again at 6 p.m. Nijogan. All right? Ahamsa. Mi wech mino gigawob migo. Aho!